Hi everyone, my name is Mike Renick. I'm a real estate broker, senior broker, team lead with Team Renick Real Estate Services. We're part of that great Keller Williams on the Water family, serving the west coast of Florida. This is all part of my promise to bring you Longboat Key and surrounding areas. Every Sunday morning, Stephen Reed, the publisher, the owner of the Longboat Key News, joins us. Welcome, Steve. His gracious wife is standing behind taking photographs as we speak. Steve, where are we today? It's Sunday morning. Where are we?
Well, we're in a really special place on Lido Key, the Lido Beach Public Pool and Pavilion.
And why did we select that place for this episode?
Well, it's a hotbed of discontent and controversy right now.
Okay, I like those kind of things.
You like those words?
Excellent. So tell me more about what's going on.
Here's what's going on. You have two great amenities here, and one is the primary thing, and that's the beach. The beach is a public beach. It's one of the great attractions for the city of Sarasota.
It's gorgeous out there. We walked out a little bit earlier this morning.
Yeah, and as you know, as a realtor, the city has approved, and there's more and more residential units and tourism units coming online, and this beach is loved. Very, very well used. The parking lot fills up. People love the beach. And meanwhile, you have another amenity, which is the Lido Beach Pool and Pavilion. It was designed by Tim Siebert, and Tim Siebert is one of the renowned architects of the area, part of the mid-century modern movement. And in 1969, they designed and rebuilt what was once the Lido Beach Casino. Long story short,
there actually was a casino.
There was a casino, gambling.
I never knew that.
Oh, we missed the heyday.
I was born too late.
You were born. Now you have to go to other places. But
yes,
it was
Tampa.
It was a casino, dancing, big beachfront parties, and then it evolved to become the public pool and this pavilion. In 1969, that's when that happened. Used to be a segregated beach. The African American community fought hard to have access to this beach. It is
so they weren't allowed to be.
They were not allowed.
That's sad. That's another
It's
conversation.
a huge chapter in the history of Sarasota, but
it's not something to be proud of.
But the significance of that and the significance of what's going on here is this is one of the great public assets of the area. So it's become dilapidated. The residents surrounding the area through the homeowner association wanted to see it renovated.
Okay.
And if you walk around, you'll see aging infrastructure. You'll see the restrooms need some improvement. You'll see that we're not in the shade. And so the homeowners association and the residents, Lido Key Homeowners Association, worked with the city to try to come up with a solution, to kind of come up with a way to renovate this.
Were they trying to modernize or renovate?
They wanted three things. They wanted shade structure, primarily over the eating area. They wanted the bathrooms renovated, and they wanted the pool to be fixed up and cleaned up and to spiff it up, primarily.
So now, really just to take care of it. It isn't we're going to modernize it.
It's a public park.
It's renovated. I like the style. This is the island style, right?
True.
When you look at the buildings and stuff. So it's just bringing it up to more user-friendly kind of facilities.
It's sort of 101 of park maintenance. They did this on Siesta Key. They built a beautiful new pavilion, and that's what was needed here. Now, the process went dramatically sideways. They put out what's called an intent to negotiate. The city did, asking for someone to take care of that and get the concession contract. There's a great concessionaire who's been putting out these lobster rolls that are loved and reasonable prices, and it's just these are snacks for people at the beach. Well, what happened was there was really the only one who came in bidding on that was the owners of the Daiquiri deck, Troy Seifert and Gavin Mishad. And what they did was they said they would repair this, but as part of their conditions and part of their proposal, they wanted the right to put a 250-seat waterfront restaurant using these seats and adding seats, a tiki bar, adding hard liquor sales, a splash pool, and then allowing private rentals of these little beachside tiki hut cabanas. What happened?
So that's gonna, if that happens, that changes the entire outlook, the entire ambience of this part of Lido Key.
It really does. It really does. And it was one of those things, be careful what you ask for, because the solution may not be what you want. So now the city was going down this path with them, and then the residents really joined forces, the business community, the residents. Let's put it this way, 5,000 residents and individuals have signed a petition asking the city government to not approve this project. And so far, the city agreed to a lease with a split commission vote, 3-2. They agreed to the lease. Now they have one more hurdle for this to be approved, and that's what's called a major conditional use. And that's just part of the zoning code, where the city code says this project has to be compatible with the neighbors, with the residential neighborhoods that surround it. It's all surrounded by multifamily residential neighbors, with the one exception of the Lido Beach Resort. The rest is residential.
Right.
They don't want it. They don't want the bar scene. They don't want amplified music till 10 p.m. They don't want children and parents visiting the beach to have to go past a hard liquor sale bar environment to use the public restrooms.
One of the things I was commenting when we were here early is the children that were out with their parents and some of their grandparents. And can you imagine what that beach looks like in their eyes? That all goes away with what you're talking about.
It changes it dramatically. And everyone likes the idea of waterfront tiki bars and fun, but not on their public beach. Right. That's the issue. Okay. So tomorrow at 1, the commission is due, or 1:30, I believe, they're due to consider this in City Hall. And if one commissioner who voted for that lease switches sides and decides, no, this does not meet those requirements, that plan goes away. Okay. And the good news for those opposed to it, and to be completely honest and fair, I'm completely opposed to it, both from an editorial point of view and as a guy with 6 children. I see very little merit in what they're proposing, other than the renovations. The city does have about $1.3 million in funds earmarked to repair the facility. Okay. And that should be enough to do
That'll do a lot of work.
That'll do the shade structure. They can do innovative canopies, the restroom repairs. It'll do what's needed. Okay. There is some talk behind the scenes that maybe some other solution will be worked out and this plan will go away. We'll see. But that's why this is a big deal here.
So the vote is really the city council, Sarasota City Council.
Yeah.
So there'll be no other ways of gathering input. Tomorrow, right now, is scheduled to be the final vote.
That's the final vote. Now the city has what's called their planning board, which is an advisory board. They voted 4-1, recommending denial. They said it does not meet the city's codes and requirements. We'll see what the city does. 2 of the 5 commissioners who voted for it are very bullish on the idea. That's Hagen Brody and Liz Alpert. They're really fighting for it. And that's caused a disconnect in the community. 5,000 people is a lot of people to sign a petition.
Well, if that happens from a revenue perspective, what's the value to the city government of doing this?
That's a whole nother issue that people have complained about. The lease agreement is only giving between $80,000 and $100,000 a year with small escalators, and the lease is a 10-year lease to the group that wants to develop this, with 2 options for renewal, meaning for 30 years it would be tied up for $100,000 to $140,000 a year, depending on their revenue.
There's no part of the profits go back to the city, any of that kind of stuff. It's all going to be private money, the owners of the daiquiri deck.
Owners get to keep all the money other than the lease payments that they would have to make. Currently, though, this fella behind us is paying about $80,000 a year for his concession stand and making the lease payments. So it's a
incremental revenue is not that much. Is there any?
That's part of the. If this passes, it likely would be challenged because other waterfront restaurants would love to bid on the property. The city didn't put this out as we're seeking a waterfront restaurant. I'm sure the owners of Michael's on East, many restaurateurs in the region, if you put waterfront site available, 2.4 acres with parking and a captive audience, and you can be open till 10 with amplified music, you would get much better bids than what the city secured. But the people don't want that. They just want a beach. They just want a peaceful place in what's becoming a bustling community.
And we're losing more of this on the island. I respect the new Publix we have on Longboat, but I like the way the old Publix look, quite frankly. It had the island motif. This is just my personal opinion. That's
You're
what
absolutely
we have
right.
here. I personally support the idea of renovating this, keeping this as is, just bringing it up so the restrooms are fixed and pools and stuff like that. I support what you're saying. We've got to fight to keep what we have on our island. In my mind.
People around the country are seeing these public parks and amenities as little treasures that are few and far between. The waterfront isn't open anymore. Like 50 years ago, you go out to Longboat, there was nothing out there.
Right.
You know, this is unique. It's pristine. It should be kept and cherished and renovated and made a little jewel in the crown of the city of Sarasota, which I think it will.
Okay.
I think it's going to persevere. I think there will be a good outcome, but it's been a pretty harrowing path to get here.
So Steve, thank you for your time again. I
Hey.
appreciate it. We will be back again 1 week from today with another set of location and issues. Thanks, everyone.
I can't wait. It's the best little city and region in America.
I agree. Thank
We're
you.
lucky to be here.
Thank you.